8th, right? Is that what happened, Paul Ryan?
We just had a very long, productive meeting with the president. The president informed us that he will not sign the bill that came up from the Senate last evening because of his legitimate concerns for border security. So what we're going to do is go back to the House and work with our members. We want to keep the government open, but we also want to see an agreement that protects the border. We have very serious concerns about securing our border. So the president said he will not sign this bill. So we're going to go back and work on adding border security to this, also keeping the government open because we do want to see an agreement.
Oh, don't tell me Christmas came early. It's only the 20th. Christmas isn't supposed to happen for 5 days. I told you, all I want for Christmas is $5 billion and a big, big, beautiful wall. And Paul Ryan is announcing this, that President Trump is delivering. We should have seen it coming. Because yesterday, you know, I'm broadly quite supportive of the administration. I think they've done excellent work. They've been so much better than a lot of people expected they would. I was really upset yesterday, and I was not alone in this. Ann Coulter tweeted out, or she was talking, she was on a podcast at the Daily Caller, and she said that President Trump, if he didn't get the wall, his presidency would be a joke. There would be no reason to support him. She was pretty brutal toward him. She was so brutal that President Trump actually unfollowed her on Twitter. Apparently there's a Twitter bot that monitors the Trump family accounts and who they're following. He actually unfollowed Ann. And Ann Coulter has been pretty tough on Trump the whole time. And she's been tough on him in a way to push him to do better, to push him to not alienate his base, to push him so that he doesn't lose in 2020. And I think she's tried to maintain this tension where she wants to really, really push him, but not so much that he'll unfollow her. So he did unfollow her, but then he listened to her as well. I mean, we were pretty tough on him in this show yesterday. At the same time that the signature campaign promise you're basically caving in and not delivering on, you choose instead to free thousands of prisoners from the clink through this First Step Act prison reform bill. It's just a horrible moment. I mean, just a really low point for the Trump presidency, especially as the economy starts tanking. So I don't know what it was exactly, who was whispering in his ear, but today he totally turns around and he says that we are going to do it. And he says he's going to build the wall in a very specific way. He sent out this tweet and wrote, "The Democrats who know steel slats parentheses wall, are necessary for border security, are putting politics over country. What they are just beginning to realize is that I will not sign any of their legislation, including infrastructure, unless it has perfect border security. USA wins." Now you'll notice in that tweet, the wall is in parentheses, and the new phrase is steel slats. Steel slats. Okay, so what do we mean by steel slats? Well, you've probably seen there were a number of prototypes of this wall. One of them is that it slats up and down, and conservatives are a little upset about this. I think the left is actually trying to pretend conservatives are more upset about the steel slats versus the wall than they really are, because I don't care what the wall looks like. I don't care if it's got graffiti all over it. I don't care if it's made of steel or marble or concrete or whatever. I just want the thing to be built. President Trump also went on, he tweeted, quote, "When I begrudgingly signed the omnibus bill, I was promised the wall and border security by leadership would be done by the end of